All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start by saying, Brak the Yahweh, Brak the Yahushai, Brak the Yahweh, Brak the Yahushai, Brak the Yahweh, Brak the Yahushai, Ka Lam La Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash, and also double honor to the apostles and the elders of Grand Millstone, and shalom to Yakim Adeh pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. I'm back again with a quick lesson, and this is going into a situation taking place right now over here in Australia. Okay, and this right here, man, is just is to show you, what America, okay, Babylon has done, all right, to worldwide. How everybody is mimicking what America is doing. Okay, all right, and then what they're doing right here is they're passing this whole sex change without surgery laws in Queensland. All right, and this right here, man, you're not gonna be able to speak up, towards these people. Okay, you say something towards these people, it's gonna become a problem. All right, this right here, man, it shows you that the people ruling the earth right now, hey, man, they can't be the people of the Most High, man. They can't be the children of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The people over there in the land of Israel, they want to say that they're the people of the Most High. They want to say the kingdom, they went back to their lands where's righteousness has been, being set up on this planet. Nowhere to be found. All right. You're not gonna see the country of Israel stand up and speak against what's going on in America, what's going on over here, what's going on worldwide, even what's going on in their own country. Okay, they're with this shit, man. They're with it. All right. So the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked, pursuant to the book of Malachi, okay, 1 and 4 is who? Is Esau, the so-called white man. He's the wicked. Okay, and the starting with the top tribe of Esau, the chiefs of Edomites, those Amalekites in the land of Israel. They're the ones who's behind everything. They're the ones who's behind this whole movement, that you see in here. They're the ones who's behind all the wickedness being spread worldwide. All right. Okay, they're the ones who's the top bank. It's like the top top dogs, should I say? Pursuant to Malachi 1 and 4, Edom is they're the wicked. Which today happen to be the so-called white race, man. Okay. So Job chapter 9 verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? Right. Let's look at it. You go into a category of who are the Israelites of today is who the Amalekites. You go into the category who are the disciple is who the Amalekites, right? You go into the angels of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua are being painted looking like the so-called white people. You go into the image of the Son of the Mosai, Yahweh. The image is being painted over being a fucking a so-called white person. Okay, Caesar Borgia. To go into the image of the Mosai himself, Yahweh, it's a so-called white person. All right. And also they happen to be in our land of Israel. These Amalekites, you know, and you can't say nothing to about them, being the fake people of the Mosai, being in our lands. You say that it becomes anti, you know, it's crazy, man. But now this whole wickedness is spreading worldwide. It's being allowed, man. It's allowed. They're saying allow it. That's the bloody that's the bloody goal. That's the agenda. Allow wickednesses to go forth, and this is what's happening, man. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to his word, it is because there's no light in them. Right. And these people right there, man, these Amalekites or the Esau himself, man, the truth is not in him. Okay. All right. He has no light in him. Darkness is filled within his fucking heart. In NLT, look to the Most High's instructions and teachings. People who contradict his words are completely in dark. And guess what? That's Esau for you, man. All right? Esau. Esau is is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Especially America, man. That's the nation they're using to push forth these wickednesses to go around. And now these countries they're drinking of Babylon juice, man. You know, they're passing laws that you can't say nothing about what's happening, or what they're doing. All right.
Change gender without reassignment surgery. The laws will permit children aged as young as 12 to change their sex on their birth certificate. The Parliamentary Legal Affairs and Safety Committee recommended the changes. It was also recommended the new laws are audited in case any more changes are needed.
The new law would make Queensland the sixth jurisdiction to enact the change.
Queensland government will allow a person.
I mean, you hear that, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 6, show your oppression maketh a wise man mad, and I give the short the heart. This right here we're living in this is oppression, the worst oppression you can live in, man. This is bad. This is terrible. Cause you can't speak up. You say something about this right here, see what happens to your ass. They're passing laws to where you can't speak up. Eventually, you're gonna be jailed, man. Eventually, they're gonna burn the Bible. That's how Esau's gonna come against the truth. Because we're gonna be the last people to really speak up against Esau. You Christians, you're gonna go hide in your closet. Okay, when Esau really gets tough with draconian laws, man, draconian measurements, you Christians are gonna go hide yourself. Okay, the only people who's gonna be left is gonna be the prophets. You know why? Because when you read the book of Acts, the 5th chapter, verse 38, it tells you, you know, if this was if this work was of a man or come to naught, but if the work we're doing is of the Most High, then you're gonna find yourself fighting the Most High. Meaning, like, if the work we're doing is of the Most High, which we believe is the work of the Most High, if we're gonna go on until the Most High says, okay, the work is done, it is time for for the scripture to be fulfilled. Okay, let's get this precept right here real quick. Let's go to the book of Slack. Let's go to the book of Second Ezra, the 4th chapter, to show you how Most High works in His own time, man. Second Ezra chapter 4. Verse 37. By measure have He measured the times, and by number have He numbered the times. He doth no move nor stir them up. Second, he doth not move nor stir them until He said, measure be fulfilled. Okay, so when our time comes, where Amos chapter 8. All right, Amos chapter 8. I want to say Amos 8 in verse 11. When our time comes, where the scriptures being fulfilled, yeah, it's going to happen. But for now, we're going to keep going. You Christians are going to be taking over the streets soon, because there's no power behind the movement you're pushing. Okay, or the doctrine you're pushing. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, warn to them that decree unrighteousness decrease, and that right grievances which they have prescribed, and which is Esau laws, his draconian, laws is bringing forth this, the new order agenda, where, like, it's okay to be a freak, and if you speak against it, you're in trouble. You're gonna get a fine. Like they do over there in China. You do something wrong in China, man, with that whole, credit score, program they have going on over there, man. You get blackmailed, or you get you get put on a blacklist where you can't do nothing, where you can't travel, you can't buy certain things. Well, that's what's coming worldwide, man. This whole social media, man, it's to track you, see what you post up. All right, hey, over here, recently I trying to get a visa to go to Babylon, and man, they ask you if you have social media, you know, so they can see what you really post on social media, you know. Isaiah 10:2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows might be their prey, that they might rob the fatherless, man. Eventually, that's what this whole draconian law is gonna really be about. Your freedom is gonna be taken away if you speak up against it. What ISIS is pushing, you know, you're gonna lose a you're gonna lose a plate of food, if you say something about them. Excuse me. All right, let's go to the book of Revelation 12:12. It said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you, having a great wrath, because enough that he have by a short time. Eventually, that's what ISIS is gonna come. Are people who opposes against him. Okay, great wrath is gonna pass some type of a draconian measurements, and those measurements, man, if you obey them, this man is gonna show his red his the red horns, should I say? He's gonna show that, man. Okay, let's go ahead and get another one. Isaiah chapter 55, 59. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 59, verse 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and iniquity cannot enter. In NLT, it says this. It says, our courts oppose the righteous. That's right. It says court opposes the righteous. Justice is nowhere to be found. Truth stumbles in the street, and honesty have been outlawed. Right, and that's what Esau is doing, man. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that depart from evil maketh himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it pleased him that there was no judgment. You see, and NLT says, yeah, truth is gone, and anyone who renounced evil is attacked. Yahweh looked and was displeased to find there was no justice, man. This ain't right. In verse 16 in the NLT says, he was amazed to see that no one intervened to help the oppressed. So he himself stepped in to save them with a strong arm, which is Yahushua, and his justice sustained him. All right. Eventually, man, what are we looking for? Yahushua to come back here and redeem us from this fucking wicked society of Esau, man. To fight for us, really. You know? Because, hey, man, we're following Yahushua. We're following Yahushua. And guess what? We're being marked as the top enemies towards the new world order. This agenda of Esau. Okay, so we are gonna be oppressed by Esau, man. Okay, let's go to Isaiah chapter 30 or 29. I want to say, right. Let's go Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reprove in the gate, and turn aside just for a thing of naught. Let's read that in NLT 21. It says, those who convict an innocent by fair false testimony with the spirit, which is what the Yahweh Shem Shai is doing that right now. Starting with us speaking this truth, man. Okay, let me get that one here real quick. It's like here. Let's go to the book of I want to say what, First Thessalonians or Second Thessalonians. It must be Second Thessalonians and 2. This is the book of Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, which this is being revealed right now. This right here, I'm gonna play this one more time. This is wickedness is right here, being spread by the wicked, the so-called white man. This ain't no other country this ain't no Ishmaelites pushing this right here. This ain't no Moabite pushing this right here. This ain't no Ammonite pushing this right here. This ain't no Elamite pushing this right here. This ain't no Hamites pushing this right here. The country over there in Uganda, their president is against this whole movement right here, man. And he's been oppressed by the worst, you know?
to change their sex on their birth certificate. The Parliamentary Legal Affairs and Safety Committee recommended the changes. It was also recommended the new laws are audited in case any more changes are needed.
The new law would make Queensland the sixth jurisdiction to enact the change.
Queensland government will allow a person to change gender without reassignment surgery. The laws will prevent children.
It's like it. I looked at comments, man. looked at comments. You know, hey. It says here, right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is what we're doing right now. Okay, by prophesizing, going howling byways, and casting this devil out. And he shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And eventually our Shah's gonna come and do what? Finish him off. Alright. But it starts with us prophesizing, man. Okay, rebuking Esau. Okay. Isaiah 29 and 21 in NLT, it says this. It says, those who convict innocent by their false testimony will despair. A similar fate awaits those who use strictly to pervert justice and who tell lies to destroy the innocent. All right, and that's what Esau is doing right now, man. But your time is coming, you know. And hey man, this lesson could go on and on, but let me get this here, and close up the lesson. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. And Babylon had been a golden carpet in Yahweh Shemeshai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of the wine, therefore the nations are mad. You know, and this is, you know, eventually, like, people are mad, people are angry. And the leaders might be cool while America is passing, but people are fucking angry, man. You know, people with common sense are fucking angry. Revelation 17 and 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple, which is America, and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearl, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And that's what these nations are drinking off, committing, you know, fornications with America, or the beast system, you know. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16, verse 15 and 16. Woe unto them that give his neighbor drink, that putteth that bottle to him, that makes him drunken also, that thou might see thou might look on their nakednesses. And this is what's happening. All right. America is doing this. Australia is following. Few countries following. You know, woe be unto you, America. If thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou. It says, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Most High, his right hand, shall be turned into thee, and shame for spring shall be on thy glory, man. America's cool with this bullshit, you know? And nations are steady doing this. And this is bad. This is terrible, man. You know? So what's gonna happen is what? You know, these nations are going, hey, when America gets destroyed, you're gonna go down with America in power wise. Because few nations that follow what America does not going to be destroyed as America is going to be destroyed, but in in the ruling wise or having power, yeah, you go down with him. Revelation 19 and 2, true and righteous are his judgment, for he have judged the great whole America, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and have avenged the blood of his servants are her hand. You know, that's what eventually is going to happen, man. So hopefully this right here was edified to you brothers out there and sisters out there. Hey, shalom.